As you sit here, listening to these words, maybe you can begin to pretend. Or perhaps it's easier to imagine. Because when you pretend, you already know you're activating the part of your mind that plays, that creates, that practices what's possible until it feels inevitable. So pretend just for a moment that you're zooming out, way out, chunking up higher, higher, until the details blur and the whole pattern emerges. See yourself from above, like you're looking down from the sky. See the city, the country, the planet, all shimmering, like one living digestive tract of experience. And right there, you, this tiny point of choice, glowing, selecting, digesting, deciding. And as you imagine this, notice what it means, the ramifications. Because every bite you take, every yes or no, every pause before swallowing, ripples outward, like throwing a stone into an infinite ocean. A choice made now doesn't just end now, it travels. It shapes futures you haven't met yet. And when you really chunk up to that level, maybe you can feel the implication in your chest. What happens if you keep choosing the stale leftovers? What happens if you keep swallowing fear disguised as food? Notice the futures that grow from that soil, looping patterns, repeating dramas, familiar pains that age like spoiled wine. Imagine that and let it sting, because you deserve more than rotten meals. And now pretend something else. Imagine instead you pause. You say no to the mouldy buffet. You let your plate stay empty long enough for something new, fresh, vibrant to arrive. Notice how the future branches differently. See yourself stronger, lighter, freer. Watch the people around you, catching that courage, because mirror neurons fire when they see authenticity. Feel the satisfaction of knowing you broke a karmic loop that your ancestors couldn't. Because isn't it funny how the mind works? The unconscious takes every pretend, every just imagine, and begins to encode it as if it were real. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference. Pretend you're free often enough, your body starts moving like freedom is normal. Imagine you're powerful often enough, and soon you act with power without even thinking. And isn't it dramatic? Isn't it thrilling to realise that right now, while you sit there listening, your unconscious, it's already rehearsing those futures, already reorganising patterns, digesting the old, installing the new. Because when you chunk up to the big picture, the benefits are obvious. Peace in your chest, clarity in your voice, love that feels natural, opportunities flowing like rivers. And when you chunk down, you notice the side effects: better sleep, easier laughter, quicker forgiveness, stronger presence. And so your unconscious can learn to keep what nourishes, to let pass what doesn't, to play at pretending until pretending becomes becoming. So let yourself imagine how it feels in your bones, in your skin, in your breath, to belong fully to yourself. Pretend until you don't need to pretend. Imagine until you remember you've always been it. Because the mother of creation flows through every bite. And you're the chooser. And as you know this, you can forget you know it consciously, while your unconscious lives it every day, every choice, every future.